Okay, in today's lesson, we're going to be going over predicting products, focusing on synthesis reactions. So before we get started, we need to have a couple things out with us. Number one, make sure you have your periodic table because we're going to need to look up the elements and their charge numbers. The other item I want you to have out is your flip chart. Our flip chart here is going to help us to look at the different types of reactions and give us a guideline on how to predict the products. So on synthesis reactions is what we're focusing on today. It's when two or more substances combine to form a single compound. So you have an example, A plus B yields AB. We have here Na plus Cl will yield NaCl sodium chloride. And then we have to come back and balance it. Okay, so to start, we're going to look here at our first one. This is one we'll do is calcium and oxygen. So these two, we're going to predict a product. So I'm going to put the line out in front for the coefficient. But before I know what the product is, I know they're going to combine, but we have to do the crisscross method to figure that out. We'll do that work off to the right here. So we're going to want you to list Ca for calcium and O for oxygen. Now, using your periodic table, you're going to look up calcium, which is right here, and calcium has a +2 charge, so you're going to write a +2 above it. Oxygen also has a -2 charge, so we're going to write that up above there. And now what we're going to do is we are going to crisscross those numbers down. This 2 goes to the calcium, while this 2 goes to the oxygen. So your formula is going to read Ca2O2. However, this is a unique case where if the subscripts are the same number matching, we can reduce it down and just call it CaO. So really, we're going to use it as CaO. So now we're going to take that and add it. That's our product. CaO. So now we predicted the product, but now we need to go back and balance. So this is where we're going to do the inventory. Okay, and this is if you need to do it. Many of us can just look at it and figure it out, but in case we still need more practice, we're going to put our line down the middle, the yield sign, separating reactant from product. We're going to list, we got 1 calcium, 2 oxygen. On the right side, we have 1 calcium and only 1 oxygen. So right now we are not balanced. Calcium is balanced 1 to 1, but our oxygens are not balanced, 2 on the left and 1 on the right. So we have to even those up. So the only way to get 2 oxygens on the right, we got to add a 2 as a subscript here. So we're going to put a 2, as a coefficient. Our 2 is going to be a coefficient. So now this 2 gets distributed everything. So 2 times 1 calcium gives us 2. 2 times 1 oxygen also gives us 2. So now when we look, our oxygens are balanced, 2 and 2. But our calciums are unbalanced. We have 2 on the right, but only 1 on the left. So what number can we put here? We can put a 2 as a coefficient. So now 2 times 1 gives us 2. And now we're completely balanced. 2 calciums, 2 calciums, 2 oxygens, 2 oxygens. And the empty space just gets a 1 as a placeholder. So there's your example on how to do predicting products and balancing for a synthesis reaction.